Geography 313 remote sensing students. We are going to do a quick tutorial today to show you how you can get spectral profiles into an ENVI so that you can complete your assignment. Okay? This is for lab 3. So first thing you want to do is load your images in. I've already done that. You do that by going to this folder here, clicking open, go to the X drive 313. 2020 Lab 3 data in this folder right here that says Utah Valley 2020, and you'll just select all of the images by holding Control, selecting all the .dat files and clicking OK. I'm not going to do it again because I've already added them. When you add the images, it's likely that they'll come in just as the first bands as RGB, which will look not great. So you can change it to a combination that makes sense to you. You can change it to just look normal. Or if you're like doing vegetation, for example, you can do this false color composite of 5, 4, 3 so that you can see vegetation easily. Okay? And I have all 3 bands here. Great. So I'm going to show an example on just some random agricultural pixels. I don't know which of the 3 agricultures are an assignment, so don't just think if you're agriculture you can just copy what I'm doing here because you need to do a little bit more research, but for the purposes of our example, let's do it. So I know in this area right here there is some agriculture going on. These bright reds showing there's a lot of vegetation there. So I'm going to click on the spectral profile tool right here. And I can click on the area. Hopefully you'll have done your homework and found coordinates through Google Earth of where your feature exists. And you can actually just type them in this go to right here. And it will take you to that area. Anyways, but I'm just eyeballing it for the purposes of this tutorial. I'm just going to put it right here. Alright, so we see that it is showing the spectral curve for the April image right here. So we want to be able to see all 3 months at the same time to compare them. So we're going to go to Options, Additional Profiles, Add File, and we're going to choose the next month, June. Alright, and then we're going to do it again, Additional Profiles, Add File, August. Okay. So then you can compare the spectral profiles. Now there's something interesting going on here. The pixel I chose, I'm guessing, was harvested in June because, as you can see, the curve doesn't look like what vegetation ought to look like. So we can go in and look at the June one, and sure enough, looks like that field has been harvested or something during June and replanted in August, it would seem. So I'm going to choose another one. You want to find somewhere, oh, let me turn this back on. You want to find somewhere that has the feature there all through the year. And the curves might vary a little bit, but just be aware you want a place where your feature is present at least through the 3 months. Don't pick somewhere where there's plants there during 2 of the months, but not 1. Yeah, so we have a pixel that seems to be a little bit better, and you can see it's actually very similar. So now that we've got that, the last thing we need to do is export it as a text file. To do that, you click on Export right here, click on ASCII right here, and you can go in here, choose somewhere in your V drive, don't do it in the X drive, and save in a folder somewhere in your V drive, hopefully a folder for this class or this project or whatever. Then you'll click OK, and you'll have exported to a text file. I'm going to make another tutorial which will be posted right after this one, which will show you how you can import the text file into Excel and how you can make your own spectral profile, a line graph off of it. One last thing to note, the assignment says wavelengths for the X and data value for the Y. Index is fine for our purposes. We know what bands are at each index. That's what these numbers mean. This means at the green band, it's showing this much reflectance. 5 is near infrared. So that's what these index numbers mean. I probably should have explained that towards the beginning. All right. As always, you're free to email me if you have any questions, and go ahead and watch the next video if you are uncomfortable with exporting or bringing text files into Excel. Thank you.